Don't go to buy the Spiderman burger. It was a dark and stormy night when I found myself standing in front of the newly opened Burger King in my town. The rain pounded relentlessly against the windows, making the inside glow with a warm and inviting light. Curiosity got the better of me as I peered through the glass, my eyes fixated on the advertisement board displaying the latest addition to their menu, the Spiderman burger. The burger boasted a tantalizing combination of ingredients: a flame-grilled patty topped with melted cheddar cheese, crispy bacon, tangy barbecue sauce, and a special secret sauce. As a self-proclaimed burger connoisseur, I couldn't resist the urge to try this peculiar creation. The thought of sinking my teeth into it was too enticing to ignore. With an odd mix of trepidation and hunger, I pushed open the heavy glass door and was immediately greeted by the familiar scent of sizzling beef patties and freshly baked buns. The restaurant was almost empty, save for a few scattered customers who seemed to be engrossed in their meals. The atmosphere was strangely quiet, the only sound being the raindrops drumming on the rooftop. Approaching the counter, I noticed an employee with a name tag that read, Eddie. His eyes seemed distant, as if he was lost in some other world. I cleared my throat, capturing his attention. "I'll have the Spiderman burger, please," I said, my voice trembling slightly with excitement and anticipation. Eddie snapped out of his daze and looked at me with a hint of concern in his eyes. "Are you sure you want to try that one? It's different." I brushed off his warning, dismissing it as mere employee caution. "Oh, I'm not one to shy away from a culinary adventure. I'll take my chances." He nodded slowly, his expression turning solemn. "Very well, sir. Give me a moment, and I'll prepare your order." As I waited, the minutes seemed to stretch into eternity. I tried to distract myself by examining the peculiar decor of the Burger King. The walls were adorned with Spider-Man-themed posters and artwork, lending an air of whimsy to the atmosphere. However, something felt off, as if the restaurant had a sinister undertone. Finally, Eddie emerged from the kitchen, holding a tray with my Spider-Man burger. The moment he placed it in front of me, I noticed an unsettling glimmer in his eyes, a glimmer that conveyed a mixture of desperation and terror. "Enjoy your meal, sir," Eddie muttered, before retreating to the kitchen, his figure disappearing into the shadows. I picked up the burger, its warmth seeping into my fingertips. The scent of the flame-grilled patty and melted cheese wafted towards my nostrils, beckoning me closer. With bated breath, I took a small bite, savoring the complex blend of flavors that exploded on my tongue. But as I chewed, an unexpected sensation crept over me. It started with a tingling in the back of my throat, followed by a numbing sensation spreading through my mouth. Panic surged within me as I realized something was horribly wrong. I tried to swallow, but my throat tightened, refusing to let the morsel pass. I looked around the deserted restaurant, searching for help, but to my horror, I found the other customers had vanished, leaving me alone in this hellish Burger King. Panic welled up inside me as I stumbled towards the exit, but the heavy glass door was inexplicably locked, trapping me inside. The room began to spin, the walls closing in on me. The Spider-Man-themed decorations that had once seemed whimsical now appeared grotesque, their distorted shapes dancing in the flickering light. The restaurant's silence was shattered by eerie whispers, as if the walls themselves were mocking my plight. Desperation consumed me as I frantically searched for an escape route. I stumbled upon a dimly lit corridor hidden behind a door, leading to what seemed like a labyrinthine maze. Each twist and turn disoriented me further, as if the very layout of the Burger King had been designed to keep me trapped. Time lost all meaning as I wandered through the gloomy passages, my heart pounding with terror. Strange sounds echoed in the distance, echoing footsteps and distant laughter. Shadows danced along the walls, their eerie movements mimicking grotesque figures. Finally, I stumbled upon a room bathed in an otherworldly glow. The walls were covered with spider webs, and the air was heavy with a sickly sweet smell. In the center of the room stood a figure, its form obscured by the darkness. I approached cautiously, my voice quivering as I spoke. "What is happening? Why am I trapped here?" The figure turned, and as its face came into view, I recoiled in horror. It was Eddie, his features contorted into a grotesque mask of madness. His eyes burned with an unholy fire, and his voice dripped with malevolence. "You dared to taste the Spider-Man burger, and now you shall pay the price. You are mine, forever trapped within the walls of the Burger King." My mind raced, trying to find a way out of this nightmare. I mustered every ounce of courage and lunged at Eddie, hoping to overpower him and escape. But he moved with unnatural speed, effortlessly evading my feeble attempts to subdue him. The room seemed to pulsate with evil energy, fueling Eddie's strength. He toyed with me, relishing my desperation. With a cruel smile, he whispered, "There is no escape. You are doomed to be my prisoner, just like the others who dared to try the Spider-Man burger." Summoning my last reserves of strength, I fought back with all my might. We grappled, crashing against the walls, spiderwebs clinging to our bodies. In the midst of the chaos, I spotted a glimmer of hope, a small door obscured by the shadows. Summoning every ounce of energy left in me, I managed to break free from Eddie's grip and sprinted towards the door. My heart pounded in my chest as I twisted the doorknob and burst into the unknown. The door led me to a dark alley behind the Burger King, rain pouring down in torrents. I glanced back, half expecting to see Eddie pursuing me, but the alley was empty. Gasping for breath, I stumbled away from the restaurant, vowing never to return. Weeks passed, and the incident at the Burger King became a haunting memory that I tried desperately to forget. However, the nightmares persisted. In my sleep, I was pursued through the labyrinthine passages, Eddie's deranged laughter echoing in my ears. To this day, I can't pass by a Burger King without feeling a shiver crawl up my spine. The Spider-Man burger, once an enticing delicacy, now represents a reminder of the horrors that unfolded within those walls. I caution others, begging them not to succumb to the allure of a seemingly innocent meal. Burger King's doors may open to a world far darker and more sinister than one can imagine. Subscribe.